Morning.
Good morning. How are we all?
Good. Oh, good.
That's good. Good to hear. How's your weekend?
Hot.
Hot? Yeah, it was hot.
I can't concur.
I was on a boat with friends tootling around the canals of Utrecht, which was really lovely.
Where's that? Is that down south of Netherlands?
No, where I live.
Oh,
On a boat on the canals, just sailing around all the canals around the city.
nice one.
Lovely.
Can anyone just take a boat and go through there? Or do you need to like know where you're going?
No, you can pretty much just go wherever you want. There are some. If you want to leave the city, then there's locks that you have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
but you can pretty much go everywhere, anywhere you want. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to do.
Yeah, sounds it. Nice one. Alrighty. New week. Let's get started. Morning, Jose. Thanks. Ty. How are you? Okay, so what do I want to do here? All right. Cool. Oh, cool. Looks like it was warm as well.
Yeah, it was about 26 degrees.
Gosh.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Still warm today as well.
We had a bit of rain last night, so it's cooled down somewhat, but we had like 23, 24.
Yeah.
I think it's the warmest day of the year.
People collapsing in heat exhaustion.
Yeah, the railroads bending, the highways melting. Alrighty, let's have a little peek. So overnight, we had Kiwi inflation expectations came in lower than the previous month. So that led to some weakness in the Aussie Kiwi dollar, and a little like because Aussie and Kiwi are so intrinsically linked, it led to a little bit of weakness in the Aussie dollar. No real news today. We've got some FOMC speakers later on, just before NYSE. Not sure what she's going to say, not sure what he's going to say. So, looks like it's low impact. So sometimes they have a theme. Yeah, they kind of tell you what it's about. So, a lot of the time they just don't field any questions regarding monetary policy. So they like sometimes it will be a, you never know, they might say something a little bit off the cuff. but at the moment they're expecting it to be very low impact. Then there's no really other news. All eyes are on Tuesday and Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we have Tuesday and Wednesday, we have CPI and PPI. So they're the big ones. What's that guy? I can share this one. I don't want to share the other one because Sasha's there. He's got like some bicycle with the little ballast things floating next to it.
Yeah, there's a few guys like that riding around.
Is it a bicycle? It looks like a unicycle kind of thing.
Well,
he's just pedaling, is he?
Yeah, it doesn't need wheels really. I mean, it's just the pedals driving your
little propeller thing. Yeah. Yeah, gosh, looks like a nice day.
Yeah, it's got it.
How do I remove it now? There we go. Alrighty. So we've got PPI tomorrow. So that's going to be very interesting. I think all eyes are going to be on this. So PPI. And then we have, then Powell's going to be speaking. So that'll be just after NYSE, New York Stock Exchange Open. Then we've got some Aussie news, some wage price index, and then we've got the massive one, the core CPI. So I believe that given last week most of the currencies stayed fairly stable against the US dollar. So, and the pricing has already begun. So the pricing in usually happens, like 10 days or so before these big newses, with all their currencies staying relatively stable against the US dollar relatively. I believe that they are already pricing in that they expect, at worst, forecast to come in close to what it is. So so they're expecting no real, probably a little bit of change, like a year on year. They're expecting it to decrease just a touch. I'm expecting, my view is that it shouldn't be hard to beat this one, because the one that's going to drop out is going to be this one. This is the one that drops out. Has everyone here seen the fundamental macro outlook that we did yesterday?
Yep.
No,
You were there for sure.
I need to catch up today.
Cool.
Was that a live session as well? Was it?
Yeah.
I must have missed the link for that. I wasn't really around at the weekend, but I sort of checked and I didn't see a link. But then I saw you put it out on the drive, so I watched it last night. Oh,
so the links are always in for the study sessions are always in this one.
Yeah. I must have missed it. I was out and about at the weekend, so I just missed it.
Oh, I deleted the stream link once I finished it. So that's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we had so I expect it to be a fairly, it's a high number that we got May in 2023. That's going to be replaced. So the April inflation, I'd imagine there's going to be, it shouldn't change things too much. So I expect it to be coming out basically, in line with that, or if not better, as in like lower number. So it's quite possible that we get a low number here. Oil is a tricky one in April, because this is April's inflation, and we can see that in April. Price in March, price oil was going up. April was declining, but whether it was enough of a decline to factor into the prices of the consumer goods, in April, to reflect in this May print. What I'm expecting is the next 3 months. The next 3 months to be inflation to probably tick higher again. So we've got August, July, and June all came in very low numbers. So there could be, for the next 3 CPIs, if inflation's not coming down, then it's going to be really hard for the year-on-year print to drop when you only had a quarter of low inflation here. Morning, Ellen. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that this grind up that we've been having in the equity markets for the next 3 months afterwards, unless there's a significant change in the housing, the rent, I believe then we could, I use German here. I know German's not the US stock market, but it's very correlated. I imagine that NAS, US 30, S&P 500, and likely the German is going to make a bit of a high and come down. Just like probably just a healthy pullback is needed anyway. So that's the longer term forecast because of the way that the CPIs have formed. Now, a lot of this, one of the things that's been rising for the last 23 out of 24 months or something like that is been rent in the US. It's been increasing. It's like about 0.4% every single month for the last couple of years, and this is comprising up to a third of consumer spending per, like, that's because the people's rent, the house over their heads, is usually the biggest expense anyone has. So if shelter keeps on going up and it's making up an even bigger weighting of consumer price, then this is the one that needs to shift before they can start to see inflation go down. And we've been waiting for a long time for it to go down. So we'll just see if they are saying they're expecting it to go down. So if we do get a bit of a decoupling from that trend, and we start seeing that rental starts coming down a bit, then and seeing like shelter reduce, then we could see inflation come below, especially if we keep on seeing oil continue on this trend that has been going down. If we see oil uptick again, then geez, it's going to be super tough for inflation year on year to come down over the next 3 months after we get this May print. So June, July, August, we could see year on year inflation start to tick up again, stay in the mid threes. And if that's the case, then we would have bottomed out in July last year at 3%, and then we could still be over 3.5% by July this year, and then we basically haven't made any headway. Prices are still going up under the Biden regime. Then I think he's the second. The last 7 or 8 presidents. He's the one that's had the second highest inflation out of all of them for many years. So that's going to be leading into the election cycle, and the markets don't like uncertainty of who's going to be elected. Trump, Biden, who knows? Also, are they going to cut rates when inflation is still high? Probably unlikely as well. So that could just keep on kicking the can down the road. So when they do start cutting rates, all of this combined, this uncertainty as the U in the FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When you've got uncertainty, the equity markets suffer. So I can imagine that we can just keep on grinding higher, most likely make a new top in the S&P. S&P is so close from making a new all-time high that I believe we will make an all-time high. But then going to the next 3 months, we could have a 5 to 10% correction with all this other uncertainty. And then price can just maybe keep on resuming this trend. A healthy correction is is needed. The market's so overvalued. Earnings were pretty good. So earnings ultimately beat expectations. I think like 70 or 80% of companies beat their expectations, but they didn't post like massive revenue. And on average, that's what drives the market. The other thing to look out for, which I think we'll do in a study session, is just talk about some like recession indicators. And at the moment, whilst there's all like doom and gloom and all that kind of stuff, some of the recession indicators aren't showing any signs of stress in the bond market just yet. There was a little bit last year. There was a little bit in November. We spoke about that in the study session as well. So around over here, October going to November. That's when the bond market scare peaked, and then it was a big uptrend since then. We saw a little blip, and then it's just been up again. So until we see stress in the bond market and we see stress in like corporate spreads, I would expect the equity market just to keep on grinding higher. But when the inflation starts kicking up again, because we go into this lower CPI month-on-month inflation period in the next 3 months after this print, then we could see that 5-10% correction in this time, just leading into the election cycle. Good morning. Would you go long or an all-time high in DAX? Yeah, never sell an all-time high in equity markets. It's very tough to sell all-time highs because they're usually high for a reason. So most of the time doesn't work out, because like all of these, we had like days and days and days of consecutive sessions all making all-time highs until eventually something happened and dropped. And that one was Tuesday, 2nd of April. Can't remember what happened. Tuesday, 2nd of April, after Easter. Then when we got back to all-time highs, the last bunch of sessions. So this was, I think this maybe was the all-time, no. Yeah, when we got to the all-time high last week, this London session, or this Asian session maybe, it was all-time high, 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 all-time high. So it's pretty tough to pick all-time highs, trade in all-time highs. You're better off long in it overall. Okay, so we've got 12 minutes until the open here. What do you guys reckon is going to happen? We've got gold dropping. Gold's dropping quite a lot. Already dropped 170 points. The thing I'm looking for in German and the equity markets, I don't want to buy though. In saying that it's pretty hard to sell the all-time high means I don't want to see it making new all-time highs here. I think the markets overdid it a little bit last week. Like we had this monster breakout week, which Monday, Tuesday, I get given we had the soft FOMC and soft labor report. I expected Monday and Tuesday to be very bullish last week, but we had a perfect week. Every single day from here, we had Monday, we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday and Tuesday I expected to be really bullish, but I thought we'd have some pullback at some stage, but we never did. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday just kept on powering higher. And with this weekly candle, I think they overdid it. They partied a little bit too hard. So I would be really surprised to see another weekly candle just push up like that. But I need to be very careful because I don't want to sell an all-time high. So I prefer it just to stay where it is somewhere. And I'd like to see it make a bottom tail, like a bottom wick, to pull back into some of these like previous resistances now turn supports. Now, but to get to that, we need to start seeing supports breaking and high has been put in. So at the moment, our closest support is this area here. And it's not a very strong support because this support, whatever price set on here, it never led to making a new high. So my main level of support at the moment would be this one. And then we've kind of got liquidity sitting here in the form of this like drifting kind of structure. So I would like to see price break through here. And then I want to see what price does here before I think where is likely weekly direction. Because then we've got liquidity sitting here. We've got liquidity sitting here. We've got clean traffic under here. So once we break underneath, if we break underneath this area, then we've got some clean candles underneath here to go down to the next area of liquidity. So all of these levels are potential targets if we can start making lower highs and lower lows. But because we're in such a strong uptrend, it's very much counter to the uptrend so far. So, and I think they're already pricing in a softish CPI print for this month. So I kind of would like to see, even if I don't find trade ideas today, if we do happen to keep on pushing up, I believe the price is in that CPI print. And then when CPI comes in, I believe that we could get at least a liquidity grab to the downside. But I find trading all-time highs, we've got nothing to the left to here to look at because we are, like it's never been here before. I do find that more challenging, and I'm be pretty keen to like, you know, just sit on the sidelines if that's the case, if I don't see anything that clean. If it starts trying to sweep lows, are you selling before buying or are you waiting for the long setup? For a swing idea, I would only want to be taking longs right now until I find out what the CPI print is. Then I can make a decision later. For a scalping session, I'd kind of even lean into some sells a little bit, just given how bullish we were Thursday and Friday. And I think Friday we kind of like stalled a little bit of momentum. So I want to see like what the sentiment in the market is at the moment. I'd probably lean to sells. I think there's probably more upside for sells. I should say it differently. I think there's more profit potential for sells in the short term. Given we've drifted higher. But I'd like to see what London does. I think if we're starting to sweep, I think we probably come down to sweep Asian low anyway. But that's only like 30 pips away. So it's all fairly close at the moment. We're kind of consolidated, not really doing a whole lot. So let's see. I think if we push up and we take out the New York high, I could get around looking for some sells from this area. If we start seeing a bit of rejections, I would like to see it actually probably make that high, come down, and then trade from here down, if that's the case, and then just not try pick a high. Then I think we've got a huge chance to retest this support area and then potentially this support area. And if we could actually get down to retest like maybe this area, then that would give us a range of 60 pips. 60 pips if we can sweep up and sort of create some structure and then start breaking some lows and then get in like a later century to retest the support and then take at least that 60 pips, stops at break even, see if we can push down to these other ones. But then maybe go long from there. Yeah. I haven't got my London session, pre-London session. There we are. Yeah, I think a daily target would be at least a sell to this black line. Okay, gold. Gold's on the move already. So I've already moved a lot. All right, what are you guys' plans? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm sort of waiting for it to come down and sweep some of those lows, and then just wait for longs really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering if those 3 untouched session lows are a good place if it's still going long. Like maybe like London low, New York low, Asian low, all in quick, a bit further up. So the most recent sessions. There's liquidity. There's a decent amount of liquidity here, and then also here, and there's also that London low here.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if here, you know, maybe I'm just wary of it not getting this far down if it's still bullish. Maybe there's enough liquidity here and here in this low.
Yeah. It's looking like it's pressing to go down already. I was actually going to see if I can put a trade on. For some reason my thing's saying that the symbol's closed, but I can't trade it.
Yeah, here it goes.
Damn it. It's going to not let me put it on until they open. Alright, let's see if we...
That on prop account, Hayden?
Yeah. I'll just switch to
Yeah,
my
I
personal.
had the same problem. Yeah. There's some of the prop firms don't open German until the open.
Yeah, that's annoying. One of them is this is the challenge account. It lets me, but the live account or the live account is closed still. It's alright. I got it personal, but it's kind of moved a little bit further now. So alright, I'm just gonna have to sit and watch.
You got to be careful about running the trades overnight on those accounts as well, because then you get to the morning and you want to close it before the open volatility, but it won't let you shut it down.
Yeah, I've seen that they actually. Well, they also. Well, I thought all these ones were fine. There's just this other one. Oh, look at that! See that? Spiked up in that liquidity.
Oh,
Jesus, that was so quick. So quick to spike up, and then see if we can press down now. Jeez, that was... I'll have to watch that back. Like, that was literally a second. Just spiked up 20 pips. took the liquidity from up here. Don't think it would have triggered anything. That's what I was thinking of chucking in a pending to go down to these, at least these areas. That's what I was thinking of doing, but I think I would have got slipped on that one. So will it let me now? Yeah, now I can. Yeah, I waited for the open. Okay, that's good to know. First time got the account after the challenge. Good to know that they don't open before London Open.
Is that the Blue Guardian challenge?
No, it's a different one. It's a different one.
Did you pass that one, or are you still is it still a challenge?
Oh man, it's so I bombed it. I passed phase 1 pretty comfortably, and then it was in phase 2. And phase 2 I thought was gonna it was a grind. Hey, I was up about 1%, and then I went down. I dropped down to like -3%, and then I goes back up, and I was up 1%, and then it was news. I kept on front running news, and then I got down to -3%, then I got up to about 1.5%, and then I hit the daily drawdown on the news. It spiked for -4% on the day.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Yeah, it was literally. I thought so. I set the protector, the guardian protector as well, to lock me out if I had went like back to my starting balance, as in like for like when I locked in some trades, and it triggered. I set it and to stop me from like over trading on one of the days, and it didn't trigger. Oh, I didn't trade, so it never triggered. But normally it resets, and then I thought it reset, and then it was like a day later. Then I started. I put a trade on, and it locked me out like instantly as soon as I put the trade on, because it thought that for some reason it didn't like turn off. You meant to reset it every day if you want it to be on. So it locked me out, and then I thought, and you can't do anything about it. Once it locks you out, you're locked out for until 5 p.m. the next day. And then that rolled around, and it didn't unlock. So then I left it for a bit. I was just like, oh, I'll just deal with it later, thinking that something had gone wrong. And I had to open the ticket with the support, and they were pretty good. They were pretty quick to get back to me and said, oh, sorry about that, try again. And then I set it again for the protector, but at 3%, but the news moved too quick, and it just tapped me out, unfortunately.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah, it sucks because like the first stage was like all the way up until I got to 7.5%. It was just like that. It was a nice steady line, and then I tried to finish it off really quickly, and then I dropped a -2%, and then I finished it off, and then I just carried that momentum into the phase 2, and then it went up, and then went boom. I just got done, and then thought, oh, I'll just dial my risk back a bit, and got back up there, and then put it up to try smash it, and then went down. I was like, oh. Then we got back up there again, and then that time just did put too much size on, just a little bit too much size, wanted to get it over and done with.
Yeah, it's easy to think, right, I'll just try and get this next bit done. I had the same thing. I passed my phase 1, and then I was halfway to passing phase 2, and then just went into a spiral trying to actually complete phase 2, and then blew the account.
It's annoying because I had 2 others running as well, and both of those, I passed one of them really quickly. Stage 1, stage 2, and then I passed stage 1 again, and I was just getting a bit confident, I think, at that time, and I just miscalculated, put a little, because it was going through the different lot sizes as well between the 2 different prop accounts. I just blew it.
Are you just with Blue Guardian, or are you using anyone else?
Use Alpha as well.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they seem good. I'm still like, they took a while for me to go through the KYC. But there's other guys here that are funded with them as well.
Yeah, I was also looking at is it FXify?
I haven't heard of those guys.
Yeah, they look sort of well, from what I've looked at, they look like they might be okay. I'm going to sort of try one of their smaller accounts just to see what they're like, see if there's any issues.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll make a note of Alpha. I've not looked at them at all.
Yeah. So one thing I was trying to like, because with Blue Guardian, I kind of got forced over to C Trader, and then I had with Alpha I still was a MetaTrader 5. So then since then I was just trying to like consolidate everything because I've got accounts everywhere now, and that's why I was really happy with just trading personal account. But now I've gone into the prop space as well. So now I've got like my Pepperstone is always with MetaTrader, but then I had an account with C Trader, and then because I signed up to Blue Guardian and Alpha with different email addresses, they put their accounts to different C Trader accounts. And if I always use a strong password, I don't save those passwords. It's really annoying to like have to like log out, log into another one. So I try to consolidate everything.
Yeah, I tend to just use one MetaTrader account through TradingView and then copy out to the prop accounts, like via a trade copier.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, but when I run these streams, because I was running a couple streams, it was too much. I was finding my MetaTrader when I run that at the same time as well, it would just pause and lag, and I'll only get like every now and then candles. So that's where I started like just trading on the phone when I was here, and I can't do that then. Well, I can trade on my phone, but I can't trade like multiples unless I can log into to the VPS from my phone and do it that way. But even then, that's like it's a little bit clunky.
Yeah, the TradingView hook up to MT4 is a little bit laggy as well, isn't it? Like the sort of price doesn't move fast.
Yeah, it is. Alright, I'm looking for us to break under this low now. I think it's done the liquidity grab. It's given time, plenty of time in here. I'd like to see these areas flagged. Just tap these zones. So it's at least 30 pips down to there. Oh, no, not at least. It's about 20 pips down to here. I think that's a good target. First target, anyway. Is anyone in already? Anyone get in around this area?
Yeah, I'm in the sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the sell. I thought I might take a sell while I'm waiting for the buy.
Mm-hmm.
I was in and got stopped out by that wick up, but I climbed in again.
Oh, you in before, were you?
Well, I got in right at the top and put my stop to break even just before the open.
Oh, that wicked you out,
me
did it?
out.
Oh, that's what a bastard.
Yeah.
Hey, Hannah. Jersey, hello. Dom, you're in as well. Cute. Honest, you're waiting for the long.
Quite like that area down on Thursday's Asian low that you were pointing out just now, Hayden.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep gold on this side. Just have two charts running. Okay. It's a pain every time I go check like some of these other charts, like money supply and all that. It puts everything on the daily. have to go and always change this. This area down here you're talking about? Yeah, here we go. Come on, drop. Another 15, maybe, at least. And push into this area. Okay, I think for an ad, once we close inside, if we can close inside of here or break this low, I might even scale in on this one. I'd like to see a bit of a pullback. That's something closing below here. I think we see more downside. Yeah, Ty, there's a few of us in this. Would have liked to have got that wick on the open, but it moved rapid. But it gave a nice time to get in. So their first open candle, I think this was prime. This 1 minute candle above this little high here, taking this liquidity. But it's just too quick, and then price stalled here though. Okay. It's a little bit of structure over here, which is stopping price. I'm just going to keep the eye on gold price. I don't really have any targets set for gold. Nice structure. So we dropped a lot. Dropped an awful lot. So I'd probably be pretty keen if we actually create a low and then start trading above the trend line and break above here. I could see some safe buys from above 2360 with a second break, a touch and then break, similar to what I gave the idea on the previous. Did anyone take this one on the Friday? I know some people did, but the same idea on Friday, targeting. Let me just keep an eye on here. Actually, I'll go to the gold one in a second. be a scaling opportunity. It's just, I don't want to see a second rejection from this level, but if we can close inside, I'd be keen to add to this one. What I don't want is to see things close back above here. I think this is my max pullback. Okay, I'm just going to keep an eye on the price at the top of my screen so I can see what price is doing. But the idea from Friday for gold, the safe idea, I know it looks like it's only a small part of the move, but it's still, you know, still 50 pips. So trying to target like a 50 pip range. Going back over here to the left on the 1 hour it was. On the 1 hour was this. We've got to combine both areas. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of wick rejections. Wicks, 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 wicks. We've got a nice clean hour candle with no wick on the top, no wick on the bottom. So I was targeting this candle. If we can close above these wick rejections into this 1 hour candle, then with momentum, it shouldn't be hard for price to go back to the top of this candle. If you look on the 30 minute, notice that you've got a little bit of a swing high here. So price came down, pushed up and gave a little swing high. So this is going to be a little bit of liquidity above here. So you don't want to take the first break. You want to go take the first one. You want price to push up here. You want it to close above and then wait for the pullback. Closing above here again with momentum, breaking the high, should be able to go to the top of that candle, which was this one. So that was the idea left everyone with on at the end of the stream on no, sorry, not the end of the stream. It was near the start of the stream actually. On Friday. Go fast track. And we'll go here. Look at the 5 minutes, and then this was the candle towards late or to the mid of London, so like 10 a.m. We got a closure above the orange line. Price gave that pullback. We closed back above it again. Now with momentum, it was safe to find that extra 50 pips, and that was, you know, that was a nice trade. The whole time we're waiting for it to pull back until, because I wanted to get the longs from down over here for London Open, but I wasn't confident to go from here. I was waiting for this area to go long from. Unfortunately, it just didn't happen. Price pushed up, and then by that stage, it was too far gone to chase price on the first break. But once we created the higher low, it was able to take that second part. It wasn't until New York session that we got that pullback down into this area where we're able to fail to close. Nice candle in the 3 minute. Take the momentum, and then same thing. Just look for like 50, 60 pips. Easy for gold. Easy to find those little 50, 60 pip ranges. Just looking for the retest, the highs of these candles. Now, here, when I spend a bit more time, I'll look for another idea for later on. But price has moved a lot already, so sells are no longer an option. That's for sure. Not with this. I need to either wait for a pullback, lower high, or look for a clean range that we can get into. But I do think that because gold is fundamentally bullish, if we do correct a lot of this trendline liquidity, and we are finding some momentum back above 2360, and we're getting a closure above here again, then I do believe 2365 is a target. So just trading this part of the range. Those would be safer buys, but I'm sure there's gonna be other trade areas. But straight away, I see this clean range as an easy target. We'll look at that in a second. So come on, man, just drop. Ty, you got the 18790, very nice. Oh, great entry. Great entry. Yeah, the way it's stalling here, it's giving us a real good look. Like to see that this is going to be the first leg down, and now it's just taking its time. If it can start to drop again and close, especially with a pullback, then that makes that second leg down even better, because then the momentum traders will come in. So I would love to see something like this. If I see something like this and this one fail, like I don't want to see it closing above here and creating that structure to go back up. I really don't want to see that. If that's the case, the sell is just dead in the water. But if we can just consolidate, pull back, and then we can get that closure underneath, I'll add to this trade. At the moment, it's kind of just like a starter position. I didn't want to go in too big, too early on a Monday morning. Plus, I was fiddling around trying to figure out why I wasn't able to trade just before the London Open. Hey, James. Yeah, you'll find most other platforms got far superior tools. Like this one. TradingView. TradingView's great. This is the benchmark, TradingView. Hey Christian, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, TradingView. This one, down here. What do I click on? Down here. See it down there. Is this the time? The sales would be even nicer if this was able to do this. But let's go. Just get a little closure. How long we got? Minute 13. We're breaking the lows. Just need to close on this. Ah, good one, SN. 20 pips on NASDAQ. Oh, you're back, mate.
I'm back. That was a nice setup on the nose.
I didn't look at NAS.
So you got the German cells?
Yeah, I'm hoping to add to this one.
Yeah, I caught that. I'm looking at gold longs.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it. Let's drop so far. So I'm keen on the longs. I think the area. Hey, Daniel. I think the nice area is going to be above 2360, but that's very, very far away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's near my TP.
Yeah, it was just something because I'm not looking at it right now. But I see that 20. I just see that 20. I see above here. Sorry, above. I see above this area.
Oh, that's support resistance.
Yeah, I see this as the cleanest range. All the others just got all this, but I can get around buys. Easily get around buys. Just don't want to get caught trying to pick the low, but we've moved so far. You need, yeah, that's it. You need a break. The thing is, it's like, when does that break happen? I need to watch it to see the break. Otherwise, I see this as an area I can put an alert and then capture. Does TradingView actually hold the account? No, TradingView is just the broker. Just the platform. They've got a whole bunch of brokers you can trade directly off the charts with. So my personal account is with Pepperstone. That's where my personal live accounts are with. So you can trade directly off the charts here, but a lot of the time I don't trade directly from these charts. I just have the charts up and then I just trade. I've got my account here on my phone. I just buy and sell. I don't do any analysis on my personal accounts charts. Yeah, Pepperstone are. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, I've got to drop. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
See you, mate.
Take care.
All right, 30 minutes just about to come to a close. 30 minute is looking like a fairly healthy candle. Still got the hour candle to close though. So there's be a problem if in this next 30 minutes we're starting to create support and we're starting to really push up into these areas again. Otherwise, I'd like it to just close in this little red zone and then we can continue going down. I like how this wick came back up and broke above these 3 wick highs, because that's just further, I think, because if this is the consolidation and then we took the high of the consolidation, giving everyone a real good look at this area to jump in for buys. As soon as we can close lower, then we can create that extra leg down. Oh, really, James? Yeah, some big issues over there. Big issues. Here we go. Just a little close. That's all we need. One more minute. Yeah, the other issue I've been hearing is when they switched over to the new broker, the daily candle this is looking good. This is ironic. So they switched from the broker. They switched brokers. So you got broker. I'm not gonna name names. And then you've got the platform, and then because of that, they need to pipe the data into it, and the broker won't do that directly into the platform. So what they do is they go through FX Blue, and FX Blue has these servers by Finalto, and the broker sends the data to FX Blue. Oh, there we go. Yeah. See that gap? Very nice. Now we should just keep on eating. So the broker sends the data to Finalto. Finalto sends the data to the platform, but the broker that they chose does data. The daily candle closes at +0 midnight, but the platform runs the daily candle as +2 GMT. So because there's it's different. So the daily candles don't look the same. It can't plug in the daily candles. So what it does here is that it takes all the hour candles and then creates a daily candle and sends it to the platform. But the platform only allows you to have 2 months of 1 hour candles. So you can only have 2 months of daily candles. So you can't look back at all. And then you talk to the customer service, and customer service say, no, it's not the platform. The platform's doing everything proper. And it's true. It is receiving the data properly. But they're saying to blame the broker. So everyone's going to the broker. And the broker's like, it's not us, because we send the data fine. But no one's picking up that it's here. This is the issue. And the customer service just blames these people blame these people, and then the problem's coming from over here. Just chaos, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why don't they test these things before they launch them? I cannot understand why. Just test it. Does it work? Do you have the data?
No.
It's crazy. Don't name names there though.
Oh, mate. I'll stay out of that conversation.
Yeah.
I'll get everyone in trouble.
It's absolutely nuts. Anytime I've raised an issue before, they're like, nah, that's not happening. It's you. It's like, it's not me, mate. And then they said, do you know how bid spread works? I'm like, I've been doing this for a long time. I understand that the bid and the ask, how it works. What I don't understand is why these candles weren't here, my charts are frozen, and then the next day they come back. And they're like, no, that must be you. You maybe plug your computer into the, plug it in directly to your Wi-Fi. Absolutely nuts. So then you got to send them screenshots and videos, and then they were like, oh, then they raised the issue. But the first thing is blame someone else.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we're looking good. We're looking very good. But this is going to start to become a problem area. So I'd like to see if we can hold this to extend it. What I don't want to see is a bit of a fake out. But we're looking good here. That was the liquidity grab to help propel price down. So just to be on the safe side on a Monday, secure some, where's that? Oh, we're pretty damn close to all this area. I know we're gapped low. Probably should have secured right then. Alright, I'm going to secure my scale in entry. It's only 10 pips. Oh, come on, where is it? Okay. I secured the scale in. Closed. Secured. I'm trying to hold the higher one. Stops are at break even. I would like to hold that one. The next area that I'll probably secure some of that one is going to be seeing what price does at this level, at this Asian high. That's Asian low. But that scale in entry, all my scale in entries generally are, if I scale in, and it's just to add a little bit extra. But it's the last one I enter is the most risky one, because if price pulled back, then this one's going to be in drawdown. So I think closing inside of structure, easily then we go down. Now, that one is usually the one I manage the quickest. So that one is only able to collect like 10 pips on that one. Not even 10 pips when I factor in the spread. Spread's very good though. What's the... don't name names, anyone. But... James, Ty, have you moved over? I had heard some feedback that the spreads are not very good. Can you just put in what your spread is? This is the problem area. Just this little bit. Love it to be able to go at the bigger picture and this 30-minute just to take all of these, but it's such a strong trend upward. I think the downside is more potential here. I think they overdid it a little bit towards the end of the week, so a pullback. I think a pullback would be healthy, but I kind of trading into support here. That's why I'm being pretty cautious on a Monday, just taking some profits where I can. I'd love it to be able to continue going lower. It's looking good so far. Hey Des, how are you?
Haydos, your TP, mate. I missed your entry. So you're looking at the M30, that bearish, that bullish engulfing candle, the big liquidity candle on the M30.
This one down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like it to get down there, but I'm cautious of
Yeah, of course.
this area for that pullback. Like whether it can get a candle that just goes straight down, or is it going to jump around? So I'm happy with the first entry. I don't think the hour candle is going to, well, you know, it could because we're in the uptrend. But I don't want to see this hour candle start to flip or even start to retest its highs. I'd like it just to keep on pushing lower. But I think this, just because of the trend, this area could be a little bit dicey. But this is not a strong support because it never led to a new higher high. So the stronger area to me is this zone, because that's the zone that it blasted from. So I'm looking for it to come down into this area. And I just want to see something like slowly like close into structures. So the way that the 5 minute is looking, like all of this stuff, I think if we can close underneath the Asian low, barring any fake outs, we take out the New York low. And then once we can get into this area, actually this looks like a bit of structure as well. If we can close below this and close inside, close underneath 18,750, then maybe a little pullback, but I think then it's going to be 18,728, and then that's a pretty healthy target then, because that's about 60-70 pips. But we're moving lower and lower and lower, and at the moment gold also is moving lower and lower and lower. So we haven't broken out of that trend line yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey Ivan. Yeah, we got the cells. Got the cells. Add a little scale in on this one, but that one I closed there. Maddie's happy with me. All right, gosh, looking very nice. Yeah, around 4 pips. That's shocking. That's way. Need to check though during market hours, because even Pepperstone, oh, I'm really happy with the spreads. They're high outside of like an Asian session. It's like for a lot of Asian session, it'd be like 7 pips, and then towards the end, it's around 3.5 to 4 pips. Then when you get into Frankfurt Open, it drops down to a pip, or less than a pip, even, just less than a pip. But if you're trading 4 pips during the London session, then it's very, very difficult. Oh, Russ, you're short on DAX, Dow, and NAS. Triple threat over here.
Mm.
Yeah, here's that little bounce in German. From that next red zone. Good one. Well, I'm happy with today. Happy with the session. Dom, Paul, what have you done with yours, management-wise?
Still holding.
Still holding?
It's a break even, but if it comes back, yeah, I think it's going to go down more. I'll need a good start. If I pulls back and stops me out of zero, I'll have another crack.
Mm-hmm. So 2 entries, Tom. First entry up and here. So would have liked to have set the pending order to see if we got that little pullback, but the way that a minute candle was just too fast. That was like in literally seconds. Priced a little bit of a pushback, then we got a couple little bearish candles. So my entry was even a little bit late though. Entry was like, it was 78.81, 18,781 was my entry. Others got 18,790, which was much better. But then I added the second one when we closed inside of the structure. But that one I didn't hold for long. I only held it for like 10 pips. The first one is still running. Dom, you closed 80%. Very nice. Gold had a little, I don't know. Gold's starting to move. That's 50 pips in the last 20 minutes. From 51 down to 46. Yeah, I was going to say safe buys for gold at that time when I was talking about it was going to be if we can get some bullish structure without looking at how it moves back up. It would be from 2360 up to 2364. But another safe buy zone would be watching to see what it does here at this Asian low and how it responds to this structure. Obviously we don't want it to close inside because then it's got clean candles, but this could be a potential low given that we've already moved 200 pips to the downside by that stage. I think we could easily get a bounce from something that looks like this structure wise. I think that's a real bounce target because this area was problematic. This area was problematic for a while. Retesting, creating structure, and then we just launched through it. So I think that this previous resistance, we're finally cut through. There could be some trapped sellers in this. So that when those sellers release those sells, we can get a bit of a bounce. Not sure if it will push up because this Monday we still got a lot of news this week, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I think we can get a nice little bounce from this area. So I'd like to trade above 2360 for longs, or I'd like to trade from 2345. I'm not interested in taking sells where we are because we've moved so far. I'm not interested in taking buys right here because there's no indicator. We're not at a key area of support for me, and we're just grinding lower. So the sells don't interest me here. I'm more interested in buys, but I like to tap into into this area. So this would be a buy zone. This is going to be a buy zone, and up here is going to be a buy zone for me. If for me to consider buys between these two areas, then I need to see some sort of structure break, or need to see something that looks like, yeah, need to see like some structure break. So price either go, ideally we see something like this, or we see something go, we don't get the lower lows, but we get something that makes a lower low, sorry, does this, then makes a higher low. Then I can be interested in taking some buys if we see some, at least some bullish price action. Without bullish price action, there's no buys for me unless we hit a key area where I think there's some good buy opportunity. Then I can try pick the low from here. Yeah, sound. That's the gold idea. This is a German. Make sure you take some profits here. You can't go wrong taking profits on a Monday. Price has had a good little move. Very low volume. Because we've only moved like 40 pips from the high to the low. But we've got CPI and PPI this week, which are massive data points to really see where we're going to go for the next month. So I wouldn't be surprised to see today and tomorrow's London session, unless we get like some institutional candles where they've maybe they've had a little peek at the data and they start getting in early. I could imagine that the moves can be a little bit choppy until we get that data release come out. Oh, SN saying, yeah, I mean, a lot of the prop accounts have good spreads. A lot of them run on like demo servers. I mean, they all run on demo servers, but a lot of them, to be competitive, will make sure that their spreads are quite decent. Because they've got to be competitive. Other places, once you're locked into a specific platform and you've only got one broker to choose from, then you kind of you've been monopolized. Yeah, doing that tie. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that it's just the spreads are rough outside of the London Open, because like I was going to have a little look over the weekend, but it's pointless over the weekend. Oh, whoa. See, that just went through the roof. Bitcoin. So the guy that I follow that follows Google search trends for different themes also tracks Chinese air quality to see if for productivity. And China started the year with a lot of really very poor air quality over like the real production and manufacturing centers of China, and then it's seen a bit of a downturn, and now air quality is starting to deteriorate again. So usually that's a sign of increased increase manufacturing, increase productivity. So we could see some Chinese stocks start to recover. So it's interesting when you see these guys, like some of these headlines. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Chinese, where was it here? Because they're trying to stimulate economy. Oh yeah, that's been going for a while though. But this one, that's the one. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, because they're stimulating their economy as well. Oh wait a second, this one. So China's been pumping a lot into it, but it's a very small market, the Chinese equity market. Like, it's less than that. It's less than Nvidia. So you got one American company is the size of the whole Chinese stock market. But if they're going to be pumping in so much money into it, and you're seeing productivity get in, starting to improve, then the Chinese market could be coming in, like they could be bottoming out, and then there could be some opportunity there. We've seen the Hong Kong 50 been doing well. Seen a full-on bull market. I see you, Jose. Bitcoin, let's go. I saw Ripple dipped low, real low. It's the lowest it's been for a long time. Oh no. Apart from these spikes, I thought we'd been bottoming out for a bit. When's Ripple going to go crazy? Anyone? Been sitting on this one for forever. Soon? Yeah, me too.
I'm in the shorts as well, but we've just broken trend.
Yeah, I was just looking at this 5-minute candle. If this 5-minute candle closes bullish with this little wick down here, then we might just be bottoming out.
I was consolidating there for a little bit, but
yeah, because this is the issue. The issue was this area where New York consolidated. We had a little gap down on the market open, and then pushed up. So this is arguably this probably is not here on some brokers. So it could look like, it literally could look like that this was the low, the Asian low, and that we've got this bit of a New York consolidation over here. And then what we've done is we've swept this like this is the impulsive move of the Asian session. So this is where the bulk of the liquidity was not down this little bit. So we've taken the liquidity. We're sort of getting comfortable underneath here, but if we don't make new lower lows and we start breaking back above this black line, then this could be the start of price pushing. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, look at this. See the time as well, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is often when we start to see a bit of a shift in direction. So at the moment though, we do have structure. We did in that hour candle create structure. So we've got price push down, create a structure. So is this just a structure pullback? We'll see if we close inside of it. If we reject it, if we close inside, we'll likely come back up, retest like this little Asian support, turn to resistance. But if this structure can hold and we don't break the highs, then we could, and it retests these lows again, it could just be the start of another phase to keep on going down. Because the hour candle is just closed, right? And it's normal for an hour candle to have a pullback. But the problem is, this is why I don't want to hold on to shorts too long, is because this trend is bloody bullish. So I don't want to hold targets too long because the trend is so bullish. So shorts, it's looking for smaller targets than going long. So let's see if the structure holds. At the moment, it's looking like a nice little rejection just from the euro low. Cool. YouTube, I'm going to end it there. So, good luck for the rest of your session. 9 o'clock here now. My people, Zoomers, stay on. We're going to look at this gold chart a bit closer. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I see this. I see the price is getting very interesting now. All right, guys. Well, take care. Good luck. I think I've given some fairly clear ideas for the session. It's Monday though. Be careful. We've got anyone that arrived late. You'll see if you go to the start of the stream, rewatch, and you've got some ideas regarding CPI for Tuesday, Wednesday, and then for the months ahead. All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.